If you are out on your lawn in July, constantly fighting crabgrass while your neighbors are actually enjoying themselves, then you're probably missing a big step. The battle over crabgrass is actually happening right now in the spring. And today I'm going to show you how to actually win that battle. So your summer self won't be raging over weeds and you can actually enjoy yourself, just like your neighbors. Welcome to Tommy's Turf Talks. I've got over 15 years experience in the lawn and landscape industry, and today I'm going to be talking about one of the most important things you can do for your lawn in the springtime, spring pre-emergence. One quick reality check first. Pre-emergents are not a magic bullet. They do not work perfectly all the time. A lot of things play into how effective they're actually going to be. Pre-emergents will not kill weeds that are actively growing. So if you got weeds out there right now and you think you're going to throw down a pre-emergent and solve all your problems, that is definitely not going to happen. What they actually do is they put a barrier in the soil so that when a weed like crabgrass starts to germinate, it cuts it off before it can even get started. And that is why you got to get it down before germination takes place. First up, soil temperatures. Now, this is where a lot of people go wrong. They think it's 65 degrees out, looking beautiful, time to start putting down your pre-emergents. But even if the air is warm, does not mean that the soil is there yet. Crabgrass starts germinating around 55 degrees. So you want to get your pre-emergence down before that. 90% of germination of crabgrass will occur between 60 and 70 degrees soil temperature. So this is why if you feel like you've missed the window a bit, don't worry, it's still worth applying a pre-emergent to try to catch the majority of the crabgrass. If you don't have a soil thermometer, that's totally fine. There are plenty of websites out there that help you track your soil temperatures in your area. This is one that I use all the time. It's a really good website. Will give you accurate soil temperatures wherever you live. The soil temperatures are there, you're ready to go. Now you got a choice to make. Which product do you choose? There are two big ones out there, Prediamine or dithiopyr, often referred to as Dimension. Prodiamine is only a pre-emergent. It has no post-emergent control. It does, however, hold very well under the soil, so it will last the longest. This is why it's best for April applications, but it must go down before germination. Dimension is a pre-emergent, but also has some post-emergent control, up to the first or second tiller stage. It does not hold on as well as Prediamine, and therefore it does not last as long. So it's best applied in the month of May up here in the north. If you are a bit later getting down your pre-emergent app, then Dimension is what you want to go with. On to active ingredients. So this is the part that confuses a lot of people. If you want to have a crabgrass-free lawn, you do not have to spend a ton of money to do this. You just need to make sure that you use the money you have as effectively as possible. So just because a bag that you find at the store seems like it's the lowest priced option, it might not be the best way to spend your money because it might have too low of an active ingredient percentage to really give you the benefit. You're putting down a minimum amount of pre-emergent and it's not really giving you the control that you're looking for. If you spend just a bit more money on a high quality product, you might be getting a bigger bang for your buck and better control of your crabgrass. Like with a lot of things in life, cheaper is not always better. Look for a higher active and pay attention to the price per 1,000 square foot. What active percentages of these products do you actually want going down in the soil? Now this is where you got to read the labels. I would recommend getting higher percentages because you're going to be using a lot less of that product. And in the long run, you're probably going to end up saving money because you have to use way less of this product than one with a much lower active ingredient. If you guys have any questions about labels that you're seeing out there, by all means, take a screenshot, take a picture of it, drop it down in the comments, or just give me the product that you're looking at and I can look into it for you. And I'll tell you whether or not it's something that I would buy or you should bypass that product and pick something else. When it comes to application timing, now you got two main options. One and done, just one single app of pre-emergent, or you could do a split app. Do one early in the spring and then later in the spring or early summer. Just make sure that you're choosing Prediamine in early spring and Dimension in later spring, early summer. A very important step when you're applying your pre-emergents is make sure you're watering these in. If there's not rain in the forecast, you want to run your sprinklers. Hopefully you can time your applications for when there's rain coming, because these pre-emergents will not work if they don't get watered into the soil. If you don't want to use any kind of chemicals, then there are some organic options for you out there. The first is corn gluten. Corn gluten can act as a pre-emergent. However, it's got to be put down at very high amounts, and it's best to do a couple applications per year. Corn gluten will last anywhere from about 5 to 8 weeks in the soil, so it's best to do 2 applications in the spring, one in April, one in May, to try to elongate your coverage through the entire initial germination phase of crabgrass. Another great option that everyone should be doing as often as possible is aeration and overseed. This will help to slowly improve the density of your grass. The thicker your grass is, then the less space there is for weeds to grow. A great organic option is to just continue to do aerations and overseeds in the fall, slowly build up the density of your grass, and by doing so, you will reduce your need for pre-emergence along with all other kinds of herbicides to control the weeds. Here's where you can separate yourself from all your neighbors and all the other lawn guys out there, is the areas along the street and your driveway and sidewalks. These are hot spots. This soil gets super hot in the summer, and crabgrass loves to germinate in warm soil. So a great option for these areas is doing a liquid application of Dimension later in the spring, so that you really knock down all the crabgrass that tries to germinate in these hot areas. This will give you great coverage, great control, and make your lawn look that much better than all your neighbors out there. And there you go. It's really that easy. If you just follow a few of these steps and make sure you're actually thinking about your applications and not just putting down fertilizer and pre-emergence because everyone else is doing it or it seems like the right thing to do based on the air temp, then you will have much better luck trying to control your crabgrass. And if you fail to do these steps, then I assure you, I will see you out there in July battling crabgrass, not enjoying the summer like you should be. And let me know down in the comments whether you're going to be going with that Prediamine, Dimension, or maybe you're going the organic route. If you're looking for any more lawn care tips, make sure to hit that follow and like button. This is Tommy's Turf Talks. Good luck with that crabgrass out there. I'm pulling for you.